Are you plagued by intrusive thoughts? I get them quite a bit, and apparently they're more prevalent in people with neurodivergency. I could be cooking breakfast and I realize I haven't seen my dog in a while, and then my brain tries to play out this scenario like he's lost and I have to hang up flyers or something, or that he's gotten old and I have to go and put him down. And it's just like my brain plays out not only the whole scenario, but also the emotions that go along with it, and it really sucks. Or during COVID, it was not that long after Avengers Endgame came out, and I'd see people walking around public places not wearing a mask, or wearing their mask under their chin like an asshole, and my brain just kind of thought about them like the Thanos snap, and just watching them just kind of like dematerialize into dust. And you think, if I had that ability, would I use it? Or I could be in traffic and almost have an accident, and then I would just think out or play out the whole scenario of, what if I died? What would happen to the people around me in my life? Would my wife sell the house? What would happen to my garden? Would whoever bought the house even want a garden, or would they just turn it into a lawn? One time there was a group prayer going on, and inside my brain, there was this voice that was just like, scream out, fuck this bullshit. And then I had to tell myself, no, don't you do that. Don't give in to that. But my brain goes through this whole process of thinking out, like, what would that look like if I did? And these thought processes leave me with this residual feeling of a situation that never actually happened. And if you have a way of getting out of this quickly, I would love to hear it, because I can do it, but it usually takes a while. Normally, I have to realize that I'm doing it, and then I say out loud, stop it. And then sometimes I realize that there are other people around, and they're like, stop what? Practicing meditation sometimes works, but sometimes it does the opposite. Sometimes just focusing on nothing makes me go into intrusive thoughts. I try and close my eyes and zone out and get it just like on a single thought. And then all of a sudden, this intrusive thought comes in, like, you know people hate you, right? And I'm just like, so I get online and I decide to look up, like, hey, what are some ways to get rid of intrusive thoughts? And the number one thing that is said is, try and limit your stress. What a great idea, Google. I will just turn down that stress knob and I will crank up my happy knob. Okay, that sounded nasty. So if you have any intrusive thoughts, what are they, if you don't mind talking about it, and how do you shut them off? I think this is something that we should all talk about more, because I think it's something we all have, but we don't all talk about. And the more we normalize talking about this sort of thing, the less of a problem it becomes. So if I'm not being too intrusive, tell me your thoughts.